Ever since the late 70s, the Isle of Wight has been renowned for its paranormal activity, becoming one of the greatest UK hotspots. The island is supposedly a host to all sorts of happenings, sparking an industry that's continued to grow and prosper today. But I want to break through the surface of this and look into the human mind itself. What causes us to see these strange occurrences? Is there something out there that the brain attempts to define for us? Throughout this documentary, I will be trying to answer the question, does the human mind perceive or create the presence of ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts? So it would appear that although the majority of people don't believe in ghosts, there's a significant minority that do believe that there's something out there that we can't explain. One person who definitely believes in ghosts is Mark Tuckey.
My personal view on somebody who says it's all a load of tosh is, what a shame, you're missing out an awful lot. A lot of these people try and put forward our known science and fit it into the paranormal world. You cannot do this because it does not fit into the paranormal world.
Founded in 1994, Mark Tuckey has been running the Isle of Wight Ghost Experience Ghost Walks. These outings take place in a variety of locations, each one with its own captivating atmosphere and unique stories. One of the most famous ghost walks is hosted at Northwood House, and I was lucky enough to be invited upon it.
Northwood House has 74 rooms. It has comprehensive cellars with 4 tunnels leading off it. I was going to do an investigation there. So I said to Sarah, my medium, look, we really must go and look around this house. So I fixed an appointment with Chris, the manager, and he took us round the house.
Come on!
Follow the smuggler.
Come on then, this way, this way!
Yeah, I'm doing fine, you know. Nothing too bad so far. We'll see what comes of it.
One stage, for a short time, it was a boarding school for small children, boys and girls. And he said, down this corridor where we are now, I see a figure come out of that door, looks at me and runs back in. Sarah, my medium, immediately says, it's a little girl, isn't it?
Come along, keep coming.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing too bad. A little bit spooky, but you know, all right.
I would appoint.
Her name's Alice, she said. Her brother called, who was a sailor. He said, I'm going out to sea now, but when I come back, I'll come and collect you from the school. Well, while he is out at sea, it's little Alice that dies. Now, in the paranormal world, there is no such thing as time. As far as Alice is aware, it happened yesterday. So she is still up there in spirit, waiting for her brother.
After all this, how do you feel?
I really enjoyed it as a spectacle. The history and the showmanship was really good. But I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping for a bit more supernatural and a little less entertainment. Due to the ghost walk not meeting my expectations, I wanted to find out more about how psychology relates to the paranormal. And for this, I went to talk to spiritual psychologist Julia Bailey. Do you personally think that the human mind can perceive ghosts?
But it depends how you perceive ghosts, because if you think in terms, I mean, I know neurologically we've got a bit of the brain that is actually set up for this sort of thing for spirituality, connection with the world, that sort of odd things that we sort of ideas that we come up with that aren't factual, that we haven't got proven scientific evidence for.
Do you personally believe in ghosts?
I believe there's some sort of, if you like, genetic, inherited way that we perceive things. And I think there are things to do with collective consciousness. How much do we know that we know, but we don't know how we know it? Where do these come from? There's something that connects us. So how do I know that I haven't learned something, that's some sort of genetic memory that is an echo of something? How can I differentiate that from a noise I hear, something that might spook me, a vision, a ghost, praying to God, voices in my head? What's the difference between psychosis and somebody who imagines God talking to them, or the voices, they made me do it, and a child who imagines they've got an imaginary friend? It's I can't say yes or no.
So according to Julia, when the mind cannot make sense of something, whether that's because it is something we can't explain, something we haven't experienced before, something that scares us, or simply because we're in a dark place physically and can't see, a part of our brain may try and step in and fill in the gaps for us. It could lead to this kind of stories about ghosts and all sorts of other phenomena, which over time have come to be explained by scientific methods, but something which Mark Tuckey mentioned also perhaps offered a possible explanation. Through my research, I found that ley lines are said to be invisible lines that can connect ancient, prehistoric sites, and that these lines crisscross all over the globe. Some people believe that ley lines are electromagnetic fields which can affect the body and mind. Effects of this type of energy are said to include feelings of tingling on the skin and hairs standing on end. It has been said these symptoms mirror those people's experience when they feel the presence of a spirit.
But I do believe the ley lines on the island cross in a similar way as they do at Stonehenge. Now, all I know about ley lines is that they are invisible, ancient lines of energy. Maybe that has something to do with it.
But whether or not ley lines exist, or are a contributory factor that might affect a person's susceptibility to perceiving paranormal activity, the question remains that there is still no definitive answer as to why some people are more likely than others to have these experiences. After speaking to two people who have different views on the paranormal, and having a hands-on approach to the island's link with it, I learnt many things over the few weeks of my investigation. There are many types of beliefs and many types of explanations for these beliefs. I guess it is up to the individual to determine these things, but there is no doubt that the human brain plays a crucial role in our understanding and perception of the unknown. And ultimately, only you can answer the question: can your mind perceive or create the presence of ghosts?